Tradition ascribes the authorship of 1 Peter to the disciple of the same name. And if that's the case, then Peter is probably writing around 61 to 63 during the time of Nero's persecution of the early church. And so the words that I just read, Peter wrote at a time when Christians are being persecuted. And he's telling them to keep the faith, to keep hope in the gospel during difficult times. Within the decade, the Second Temple will be destroyed at the hands of the Romans. And I went with this passage for our first sermon series because I think it reflects our starting point together well. But I also decided on 1 Peter because Peter just so happens to be my favorite disciple. Peter had great faith. And moments when he would stand boldly and declare his faith to the people. Peter, if you remember, was the disciple that first identified Jesus as the Christ, the Son of the living God. Peter was the disciple that stepped out of the boat and walked on water out to Jesus. Peter had amazing faith at times. But Peter was also the disciple that heard Jesus say, "Get thee behind me, Satan." Peter was also the disciple that denied that he even knew who Jesus was when he feared for his life. Peter also had many flaws. And so I think the reason why I like Peter is because I want to be like Peter. I want to have a boldness of faith. I want to be the one that would have stepped out of the boat in that moment. But I also kind of relate to Peter. Because Peter had a lot of flaws. But those flaws didn't stop Jesus from using Peter to do amazing things, to be the early church leader. So when I think about what it means to be the leader of a church, I kind of think about Peter.